Hey, pardon the crazy lighting. It's just past 6:30, getting on 7 p.m. on Wednesday evening, and that westerly setting sun. Well, it's not setting yet. Still an hour, way more than an hour, hour and a half, almost 2 hours early. So it's dropping down into the west. Get this beautiful light through this window that needs to be washed. And I'm sitting here, it's my dining room, leaning on the air conditioner, which I turned off briefly to make this quick intro, but it's going right back on. Hit 100 degrees today. It's been brutal all week. I know it's kind of national, man. We're not even doing as bad as some parts of the lower Midwest, the middle of the country. It's pretty brutal. Yeah, there's no climate change, so don't worry about it. We got hit by a tornado exactly 1 week ago today, going on the hour. It was between 8 and 8:30 p.m. last Wednesday. But I already talked about that, did a whole episode. We're moving on, and I said I wanted to get back to cooking, so let's do it right now. Let's, after I turn this air on, let's head back out to the garden. Come on. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. It's hot as blazes out here, man. Let's just get what we need and get back into that air-conditioned house. In this hot weather, I barely want to cook. To be honest, I barely want to eat. So I'm going to have the same exact thing tonight that I had last night. Because it's zucchini season. You got to get them while they're nice and young. There's that beautiful, those long ones. I like them when they're that size, but I'll let that one go another day. I've also got these globes, and this is perfect size right here. Look at that. Perfetto. These things are so delicious. I had one last night, and in this kind of heat, there's another one. We'll let that go another day. That one's still kind of small, but these things grow so fast you wouldn't believe it. Oh, there's another little one. So we're getting a few zucchinis. I haven't done any flowers yet, but that'll happen soon. Let's bring this beauty in. Oh, we got some chard coming up. That's good in the heat. We got some tons of tomatoes, but nothing's ripe yet. We got some nice lacinata kale coming up over there. So things are doing all right. The garden almost got hammered, but I got spared. And still no microphone. You guys are just going to have to bear with me. I didn't do this last night, but let's get a top from this basil. That'll be nice at the end. It's always nice to top them off. It helps them bush out. So we'll get these two. All right. One zucca. Some basil. I'd pick a nice little pepper, but we're going to use the those little Calabrian peppers. You saw those in a prior episode. All right, let's head back in where it's nice and cool. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Ooh, that feels good. And there's our produce. Zucchini and basil. Let's get to it. Okay. Once again, let me say the audio might be a little compromised. I've been talking about that battery dying for the little lapel mic. That's the last of my problems right now. It's getting out from under that storm. Okay? So let's smash up 3 garlic cloves. Give them a nice mash, get the skins off. I rinsed the zucchini and the basil because, again, with all these storms we've been having, even though the basil's kind of tall and bushed out now, and the zucchini kind of low to the ground, we got all these pretty rough storms we've been having, so you get splashing soil and whatnot. So I gave everything a real good rinse. Just going to mash these. They're going to go in the pan just like that. And you can take them out, but I've been eating them. The garlic cloves, you'll see, they get nice and caramelized. So this young zucchini, look at that. Fresh off the stalk, look at those juices. You're not getting that in the store. They come all dried out, right? So all I'm gonna do, I had this last night. It's so simple. Believe me, it was my whole meal. It's so satisfying. In this heat, I don't want to cook, I don't want proteins. I just want something light and simple. And then after dinner I had some blueberries, these little beautiful wild blueberries from Maine. My neighbors just got back from Maine and brought me some blueberries. They're absolutely delicious. Again, you compare it to something you get in the store and it's night and day. Alright? So let's bring our garlic, our globe zucchini, and our basil over to the stove. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Alright, and for this I used a big cast iron. It's nicely seasoned. It does get a little warm in the kitchen. I have the air conditioner going in the other room with the kitchen door kind of closed. So it might get a little warm in here, but the house is pretty well cooled off. Extra virgin olive oil, just going to sort of lightly coat the bottom of the cast iron so there's no more bare iron. It's all just a thin coating of oil, and I'm going to pop in my garlic cloves. As that begins to sizzle up, I'll put my zucchini in. Let them cook together. There you go, there comes some sizzle. That skin out of there. Garlic. Now, one thing I forgot on the board. Talking kind of loud because I don't have the mic. I don't know how it's going to come out. I've been using these in everything lately. You saw them a couple of episodes. These little Calabrian chilies. They're delicious. They got a little bit of a punch, but not like a Thai bird or anything. It's just perfect. It's the perfect sweetness with a little bit of heat. So I should have done these at the board. I'll do them off camera, but I'm just taking 2 of them. Here they are. They're packed in olive oil. They look like Thai birds, but they have a different flavor. In fact, let's quality control. Take a little nip. Yeah, I can't describe the difference. There's definite heat, but they got this almost sugary little thing going on that I love. Calabrian chilies. So let's go in with those. Garlic. If I had an anchovy, I'd probably add one. They're on the list. Okay. Oh, it smells good already. Garlic, olive oil, chili. Smells fantastic. Now, I wanted to get the sizzle up, but I'm going to turn the heat down almost sort of a medium. Flip these guys over. Already getting that little tinge of brown. Smells fantastic. Okay, let's hit them with a little pinch of salt. Crack of black. And here's my little secret from last night. If you guys are followers of the show, way back when Squeezy came, we did a TGIFF where we did the James Bond Vesper Martini. So I have the leftover Lillet Blanc. Just going to splash a touch of that. That adds a top note, sweetness, almost like well, it is a vermouth, but it's got a touch more sweetness than a true dry vermouth. Fantastic. They're softening up. Again, 2 nights in a row, and I'm not in the least bit tired of it, bored of it. And these zucchini are fresh off that plant. You got to get them when they're young. I'm telling you. Now let's let that sizzle a little. I'll go get a plate. Oh, now we're getting that nice color on them. They get nice and soft in the center. Look at that little caramel. The Maillard effect. Garlic's getting caramelized as well. Caramelized, not burned, okay? Look at that. You don't want to burn it. So I'm going to put it on top of the zucchini here. A little Calabrian chili. Okay, let's go with, I have some cut lemon already in the fridge, and I bought a whole new bag of lemons tonight, and I want to make lemonade. I stopped by Tom Buddy's the other day for the Wi-Fi, and he gave me a nice glass of his homemade lemonade. But why don't I make that? So I bought a whole bag of lemons tonight. This one was already cut. We have the vermouth, which is a little sweeter. This will add an acid note on top of that, so they should blend nicely. Not too much lemon. And what I did off camera, that nice basil that we took off the top, I made a nice chiffonade. So let's add that. And I saved a little bit to garnish with at the end, because this will cook. Give them one more flip and I think we're good. Those chilies, man. Damn. Yeah, they got a beautiful color now. Look at that one. Cast iron has different hot spots because it's too big for the burner. That's perfect right there. Look at that one. I got a new stove on the wish list. You know, as soon as you're going to do one thing, something else hits, right? Storm. Air conditioner's out on my car, compressor, $1,000. That's going to have to wait. Meanwhile, it's 100 degrees out there. In the words of the great Rosanna Dan, if it ain't one thing, it's another. All right, I'm going to plate these beauties up. Turn the heat off. We have a garlic, Calabrian chili, a freshly picked zucchini, the Globe zucchini, which I love. Some extra virgin olive oil, obviously. A little splash of Lillet Blanc vermouth. Some fresh picked basil. And now, let's bring it over to the board and I'll show you how we're going to finish it. Before we bring it to the board, let me get this cast iron. And we're going to get that nice olive oil, right? With the chilies. Now over to the board. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay, let's finish this up. It's got the oil on it. I say one more little crack of black. The rest of our chiffonade of basil, fresh on top. And last but not least, a little grating of Grana Padano. Whatever you want. Locatelli, Pecorino Romano, Parmigiano Reggiano. This is what I have close at hand right now. Grana Padano. Alright. Fresh picked zucchini This all happened in the 10 minutes you've been watching. Let's see what it tastes like. And this right here is basically my supper. I mean, I'll probably have a few more of those Maine blueberries because they're so damn delicious. But let's see. The zucchini. Let's get a little Calabrian chili on there. A little piece of garlic. Everything beautifully caramelized. Mmm. Mmm. I can't stress enough the freshly picked young vegetables, man. There's no words. It's unbelievable. With the one simple exception of heating up the cast iron on the stove for 5-10 minutes. Other than that, perfect for this weather. Quick, simple, light, fresh, delicious. Those globe zucchini when they're young, there's no seeds in them. It's just all flesh. So tender, so delicious. Get some in the ground one of these seasons for yourself. Alright? As things slowly begin to start feeling normal, which they really won't while I'm looking at that barn. It looks like something out of the Wizard of Oz. It's up, tilted up out of the ground. But I got the carpenter's on his way, probably next week. Insurance was here today. We're going to get this place back to normal, and with all the destruction becomes new things to move forward to. New looks, new plants, new paint and colors. So you just got to move forward. All right, until the next episode, I'm going to enjoy this zucchini.
Come on, let's do it.
Tomatillos are looking good. Some green salsa in a couple weeks.